Story 1: The Birthday Gift. In early 2025, a young woman named Clara received a LABUBU doll as a birthday present from her best friend. At first, it seemed harmless, strange-looking, but cute in a quirky way. She placed it on her bedside table where its wide eyes seemed to watch her as she slept. The first few nights were unsettling. Clara often woke to find the doll tilted slightly in a new position, its smile sharper, its eyes reflecting light even when the room was dark. She thought she was imagining things until one night when she heard scratching at her bedroom door. When she opened it, nothing was there, but the doll had moved from the table to the floor. Its plastic fingers pressed against the wood. Soon, Clara's dreams were invaded. She saw distorted versions of the doll chasing her through endless hallways, whispering in a garbled voice. She woke with scratches across her arms, faint but real. Convinced the doll was cursed, she threw it in the trash. The next morning, it was back on her table, smiling wider than before. Clara moved out of her apartment shortly after, but the next tenant reported the same thing: LABUBU doll left behind in the bedroom, always shifting, always watching. Story 2: The Collector's Curse. A man named David prided himself on owning every rare LABUBU doll released. His collection filled an entire room, each doll sealed in protective cases. But one day, he managed to acquire a prototype, an unfinished LABUBU with uneven features, dark eyes, and a cracked grin. The seller warned him it was never meant to be released. From the moment it entered his home, David felt watched. At night, he heard faint giggles coming from the collection room. Sometimes, when he opened the door, he'd find the prototype facing the wrong direction. Its glass case fogged from the inside as though it had been breathing. One night, he woke to the sound of shattering glass. Rushing to the room, he found the prototype's case broken, shards scattered on the floor. Every other doll had been moved, positioned in a circle around the prototype. In the center of the circle sat the cracked LABUBU. Its grin widened unnaturally, hands extended as though directing the others. David locked the room and never entered again, but neighbors claimed they often saw lights flickering inside late at night. Shadows of small figures moving against the blinds. He eventually sold the house and disappeared from the collector scene. The fate of the prototype LABUBU doll remains unknown. Story 3: The Haunted Carnival. During Mardi Gras in 2025, a vendor sold limited edition LABUBU dolls at a night market in New Orleans. Tourists lined up to buy them, thrilled at the creepy cute design. One doll, however, carried a darker energy. A young couple bought it for their daughter, who instantly loved it. But within days, their home turned cold, and the child refused to sleep without the doll clutched tightly. The girl began speaking in a strange tone, claiming the LABUBU told her secrets about people in the neighborhood, things a child couldn't possibly know. Soon, she stopped playing with other toys, whispering only to the doll. Her parents tried taking it away, but every time they locked it up, it reappeared in her bed by morning. One evening, neighbors called the police after hearing screams. The parents were found unconscious on the floor, claw marks across their arms. While the little girl sat calmly in her room, the LABUBU doll on her lap. She simply said it didn't like them anymore. The family moved away, and no one knows what became of the doll. But locals swear that during the next Mardi Gras, a vendor appeared again, selling a single LABUBU that looked older, cracked, and worn its grin sharper than ever.